Max Verstappen held off a late charge from Lewis Hamilton to win the US Grand Prix before the Mercedes driver was later disqualified from second place when his car failed a post-race scrutineering check. Hamilton finished right on Verstappen's tail at the checkered, but lost his runner-up finish in the hours after the race when skid blocks underneath his Mercedes were found to have worn too thin, contravening the F1 technical regulations. Charles Leclerc's car also failed the same post-race test, and he was disqualified, losing the Ferrari driver's sixth place. McLaren's Lando Norris finished third on the race, but promoted to second with Hamilton's exclusion, with Carlos Sainz moving into third in the other Ferrari. Earlier on in the race, Verstappen, who has already sealed his third successive driver's title with 5 races to spare, appears to be cruising towards victory after coming towards 6th on the grid to take the lead midway through the Grand Prix. However, apparent braking issues on his Red Bull left Verstappen agitated and vulnerable as Mercedes Hamilton closed to within 2 seconds in the latter stages, but the Dutchman clung on for the 50th win of his career. Hamilton had already passed McLaren and Norris when he faded into the second half of the contest, having taken the lead on the opening laps to boost his hopes of earning a maiden F1 victory in his 100th race. The whole race I was struggling a lot with the brakes. Verstappen said it was very close to the end. Also with the bank markers, the tyres were always going to be more difficult. It's incredible to win my 50th Grand Prix, very proud of course, and we'll keep on trying to push for more. Sainz took third for Ferrari after Hamilton's DSQ, and after he and Red Bull Sergio Perez made late passes and pulses to Leclerc, who dropped back after the Italian team's ill-advised one-stop strategy. George Russell clearly managed 7th, and he failed to make teammate pace, but dropping back from 5th on the start of the grid, but the pair meant he was later promoted to 5th. Pierre Gasly rounded off an improved display for Alpine to take what became 6th, although Esteban Ocon was an early retiree along with McLaren's Oscar Piastri after a first lap clash. Lance Stroll claimed his first Grand Prix point since July after his Aston Martin teammate Fernando Alonso was forced to retire with floor damage, while Yuki Tsunoda took what initially been the final point for AlphaTauri, who doubled his tally with a fast lap of the race. But Hamilton's and Leclerc's disqualification meant everyone moved up 2 positions, with the Williams drivers into the points from 11th and 12th. 9th place for Alex Albon and 10th for Logan Sargent, his first points in F1, and their first double top 10 since Belgium 2021. Even more significantly for Sargent, it was his first points, and Verstappen's victory takes him to 466 points, set for the season and beyond the record haul set last year, with the Dutchman set to rewrite sports history books over the 4 remaining rounds. But with Verstappen having dominated from pole and Saturday sprint, Norris and Hamilton were the only 2 drivers given any chance of holding him off in a full-length race. To have any chance of doing that, they needed a strong start, and Norris just got there as he passed Leclerc into the first corner before opening up an early advantage. Hamilton, perhaps decisively in the end, was less successful. He lost the place to Sainz at the start, and although he passed both Ferraris to move into second by lap 6, lost crucial time and tyre life. Verstappen gained a place at the start despite cautiously navigating the opening lap, and surprisingly took longer than Hamilton to clear the Ferraris. When he did on lap 12, he was 7 seconds behind the leader Norris, with Hamilton about midway between them. Any thoughts that Verstappen may have been nursing his tyres to set up a one-stop race with dispelled when Red Bull were the first leaders to pit at the end of lap 16. The fact Red Bull chose to fit him with another set of medium tyres he had started the race on meant he definitely would need to stop again to use a different compound before the end. McLaren reacted by bringing Norris in later, but putting onto the hard tyre, keeping the option of a one-stop open. Mercedes decided to keep Hamilton out as they looked to be considering a one-stop option, but they ultimately appeared to be caught somewhat between 2 strategies. Hamilton's tyres appeared to fall off a cliff in the final few laps before stopping on lap 20, which the crucial loss time occurring as he ran wide and off track. A slow stop compounded the situation, leaving Hamilton to come out with a several second advantage he had previously held over Verstappen, having switched the other way while Norris led. Verstappen honestly cruised up behind Norris and eased past the McLaren on lap 28, but he appeared uncomfortable as he described the struggles with braking as a class-leading RB19. Norris triggered a second round of pit stops when he came off on lap 35 and closed back to win just over a second of Verstappen when Red Bull responded by stopping a lap later. That played into Hamilton's hands as he was able to keep running a reasonably competitive pace for 3 further laps and had a fresh better form of medium tyres for a stint with the leading duo on hards. It quickly became clear that it would be a matter of time until Hamilton passed Norris, and the big question would be whether he could close down Verstappen. Despite having hopes of holding off Hamilton, Norris put stern defence through a series of corners that cost Hamilton a few seconds and potentially a shot at victory. The 5-second gap remained with 7 laps left and initially looked out of reach, but the gap suddenly began to close with the backdrop of Verstappen repeatedly scolding his race engineer over the radio for talking to him in racing zones. The gap was under 2 seconds going into the final lap, but ultimately Mercedes' failure to optimise their strategy, poor pit stops, and just the only error Hamilton made throughout stellar weekend left the Brett agonisingly short of a win since December 2021, although it turned out the victory would not have stood owing to a subsequent DSQ. I think we probably should have stopped before Lando because I was in undercut position. Hamilton said, I don't know why we didn't. Then after the race I came out another 8 seconds behind and I had to catch up. It was really difficult to catch up again, and then it was 8 or second behind I was. Despite having claimed a third successive win at Caterham, Verstappen was given a frosty reception by some fans as he appeared to be booed by, it seemed like, Checo fans on the podium, and yeah, obviously we don't like to see that. And before I go, let me run you through the final classification from the US Grand Prix. Max Verstappen in first. Yeah, I don't know, he was really pushed today, but he still got the win, and yeah, he'll be absolutely delighted with that. Great performance from him. Hamilton second. For me, my driver of the weekend. But yeah, I mean, gutted from just feeling like Mercedes made so many errors over the weekend, culminating in that DSQ. And yeah, for his performance, he deserves so much more. For me, my driver of the weekend, Norris third. Good job from him. Maybe he didn't quite have the pace to stick with them, but I think still held in it for a long time. Got the podium, so yeah, you can't complain. Sainz fourth. Really good drive from him, picking up points for Ferrari. He'll be pleased with that. And then you've got Perez fifth. Yeah, I thought it was an alright driver in Checo. I'm not going to give it too praise when you see what Verstappen's doing, but still enough from him. And then you got Leclerc in sixth. Yeah, gutted for him. Poor strategy, and his qualification after. It kind of seemed like a similar story for Hamilton. But yeah, so disappointed for both of them because yeah, they deserve better. But Russell seventh, once again, a disappointing weekend for him. I would say, just didn't really have the pace. And then you got Gasly in eighth. Good job from him picking up solid points. Stroll as well, really underrated driver. Hopefully, he gets some confidence coming from where he did. Tsunoda in 10th or 8th now. Yeah, I thought that was a good drive from him as well. Getting points, fastest lap as well, could be crucial for AlphaTauri. Williams getting some points, so it's absolutely massive for them. They'll be absolutely excited for that. Sargent hopefully gives him much needed confidence as well. Haas and the Alfa Romeo, we're looking at agonising now because it really was a chance for them to get points. But yeah, just in the end, didn't have the pace. And then Ricciardo, not a great return for him. Yeah, just disappointing, just didn't really have the pace. I think he had damage as well. So yeah, poor stuff from him. But yeah, unlucky. And then you got the retirees, and I think all gutted now because yeah, with two Hamilton and Leclerc dropping out, I think Alonso, Piastri and Ocon, especially when you see where their teammates are, I think yeah, all of them could have been on for a decent haul of points there. So yeah, they'll be really, really disappointed with that. But anyway, guys, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, no subscribe for daily F1 news. Subscribe for channel, greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.